Exodus, the dramatic revelation of God's redemptive narrative. Exodus immediately follows Genesis, yet chronologically, it takes place more than 400 years later. After Jacob and his entire household moved to Egypt at Joseph's invitation, Jacob's descendants have now grown significantly into a distinct nation. While the setting of Genesis was Mesopotamia and Canaan, Exodus unfolds against the backdrop of Egypt, a great empire of that time. If Genesis was the story of the patriarchs, Exodus transitions into the scene where a nation is sovereignly formed by God. Yet Exodus simultaneously maintains a deep connection with Genesis. The Hebrew title for the book, derived from the first words of chapter 1, verse 1, is "These are the names." Exodus 1 begins by listing the names of Jacob's 12 sons who came to Egypt, reminiscent of the genealogies found in Genesis whenever a major thematic shift occurred. In other words, Exodus is the narrative of those recorded in God's book of life, escaping their state of bondage in Egypt and journeying toward the Promised Land of Canaan under the leadership of Moses, all within the sphere of God's providence and sovereignty. Given that the entire Bible is the narrative of God's redemption, Exodus portrays this redemptive story more dynamically and dramatically than any other book. Therefore, Exodus is a book through which we can deeply meditate on the Lord Jesus Christ, who is the founder and perfecter of our salvation, Hebrews 2:10. I hope this week will be a time of meditating on the Word in anticipation of God's redemptive story.